Hey friends, Kevin here, and today we're going to talk about why there appears to be a shortage of both vans for doing van life and RVs going on throughout the whole industry right now, and how this is going to affect things going into 2021. So let's get to some of those reasons. The first one is you have more people that have been drawn into van life. You have more people with money that have been drawn into RVs because they do want to travel some, but they don't want to deal with what's going on in hotels. Now, you can go into hotels, and I had to do this back in the summer because of a business thing that I had going on. All of your amenities are basically shut down. You may be in a hotel where you have a large amount of nursing staff coming into an area that has to have some place to stay, which with spreading this stuff around puts everybody at a little more risk. And there's even some of these cities that have gone as far as, because of different medical places being overloaded, actually putting sick people into local hotels. So there's a lot of people avoiding hotels right now, and that has pushed them into vans and RVs. The second thing going on was what went on back in the summer, which was the stimulus checks mixed in with a lot of people who were laid off and getting the extra money for being out of work or because their job or whatever was shut down. And there were a lot of those people that took that money and they got into buying vans. Some of you guys and gals may have done the same thing. That may be what kind of got you into this. The same thing happened with RVs, causing a shortage of both. Anytime your supply and demand gets out of whack, you have a shortage. And when you have more people going after something than you have the amount of product that's normally there, the more it gets out of whack, the faster that acceleration goes, and it starts to throw both shortages in there, and it starts to throw prices majorly out of whack. As a matter of fact, Camping World, the biggest RV place in the United States, right now is running ads everywhere that you can think of. You may have even seen some of these. It's basically push it, pull it, tow it, bring it in here, we'll buy it, as far as any type of RVs, fifth wheels, pull behinds, camper vans. They need more of these to sell. The demand is out there, but it's throwing the prices really out of whack for the people who are buying these. The third thing with your wealthier people, their travel outside the United States has been halted. It was halted through all of 2020, and despite everybody's best efforts and hopes of the way this thing is going to go in maybe the next 3 or 6 months, there's a good chance this stuff is going to be halted into 2021 and perhaps even longer than that. So people that were going and spending major money on cruises, that were flying overseas and spending weeks traveling on vacations, that's gone. So those people that have the money, maybe retirees, they have gotten into the RV thing, which has thrown all of this out of whack. Now, while that doesn't count as much for like vans that, we're doing conversions of ourselves, if you follow this channel, you know I have 2 vans I use at different times. One is a converted minivan. The other is a full-size van that was already converted by a professional company when I bought it. Even though it's an older vehicle, but I can tell you the prices on these things, on those Roadtreks and anything like a Class B big-size van conversion, which is everything in an RV shrunken down into a smaller vehicle, the prices on those have went absolutely nuts this year. And it's not going to get any better going into 2021 for people who are specifically going after those vehicles. Number 4, and this applies more to RVs and campers of different types, pull-behind campers, things like that. Companies have gotten smart. In years past, companies used to produce all of whatever it was that they could and then hope the market would absorb it. Even if that meant that they had to sell things at losses sometimes, sell things at break-even points, sell things that weren't very profitable. Those days, at least in this industry, are over. They have gotten smart. They will cut production back. They will not do the increased production they could in order to keep the prices up on these things. Because realistically, everything is to their advantage and has been for the last 8 months. And it will be for all of next year. As long as people are buying, as long as people are willing to spend above average money for these things, why do you want to have a glut of these things on the market that if you get your supply and demand out of whack, you may have to lower the prices. So they're making the best money probably they have ever made. That makes it the worst time to go and buy one of these types of vehicles. But people are going to do it anyway. And that is reality. And that's going to funnel down not just for the people who buying $300,000 RV buses, but it's going to funnel down into older RVs and things they may be trading in. It's going to funnel down into $20,000 pull-behind campers. And this is what we're seeing everywhere. This is what everybody I'm talking to that has gotten into this year almost has had to deal with. And into 2021, it's going to be the same. Even if you're looking for a vehicle to do your own conversion, minivans, just an older cargo van, a sprinter van, something like that you're going to do even a simple build out yourself, those have all gotten out of whack this year also. Again, that combination of the stimulus money and the unemployment and people in situations where they're getting pushed out, maybe due to things going on in the rental market, wherever they are, if they're in cities, which is pulling more people into being interested in doing this. And it's thrown the supply and demand for those vehicles out of whack. So all used cars, trucks, everything are out of whack, but vans especially, all the prices I'm looking at everywhere, this isn't the best time to buy. And it probably isn't going to straighten out for the next 6 months. So if you're in the planning stages, expect that you may have to pay up a little bit to get what you want, or you're simply going to have to search a little harder to get a good deal. But those deals are out there. Those deals are out there dealing with somebody in a private party much more than they're going to be walking on a dealer lot to purchase a vehicle at this point. And I have some videos. If you click on my name, Budget Travel Guy, under this video, I have some videos about things to look for when buying your first van. I'm going to do another video, go a little bit more into detail on how I do things with buying from individuals compared to buying from dealers when I'm searching for my vans and vehicles that I use. So hopefully that stuff will help you out also. In the meantime, let me know down in the comment section what you've experienced this year if you're buying a van or in the process of buying a van or have bought a van or a little camper or RV, or what you're seeing go on price-wise in your particular area. And we'll talk soon.